Well, good afternoon or midday, folks, as it is right now. And Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone had a good New Year and a happy Christmas and all that business. It is just a few days, actually the 2nd of January today, and I thought I would come for a walk, even though it's been literally, or it feels like in the UK anyway, it's been pissing down for the last, well, it seems like forever. And I just had enough of it, to be honest. I've been cooped up inside, and just thought I'd come out today to somewhere I've never been before. So I've come down to, like I said, I'm in North Devon now, and I'm coming to an area or a location called Black Church Rock, which is a beautiful looking sea stack with a hole in it. And at the right tide level, I guess, you get these lovely sort of leading lines of rocks leading up to it, and it looks really, really nice. Now, I did look at the forecast, and it did say it was going to be raining for most of the day, and it's definitely lived up to that this morning, although now it's stopped. But it is absolutely blowing a gale, and thankfully I'm on a just bit of wooded area now, and it's a little bit sheltered here, which is nice. But I'm sort of hoping in a way that I get a lot of waves sort of crashing up against this sort of sea stack, and might make some nice interest there with that. I have brought obviously my Lumix out with me. It's what I'm filming on now. I have left the 6x17 back in the car in favour of the 1-400mm lens for the Lumix. That's the Sigma lens. And I've also brought my Intrepid 4x5 with 4 sheets of Delta 100. Now, I might be able to shoot with that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can. Obviously, the issue is 100 speed film. I could push the film and get that bit of faster speed out of it, but I think even if I pushed it to 200 or 400, I just think there's going to be too much camera shake there if there is going to be a lot of wind down on the shoreline, which I'm sure there's going to be. But until we get down there, I'm not entirely sure. Now, shut that. I don't know if you can see just up in the sky there is now some blue sky about, so there's definitely going to be some interest in the sky, and I'm hoping that I can just freeze the water and it's low enough that I can get onto the rocks to be able to shoot them leading lines towards the rock itself. It looks a beautiful location, and I'm really hoping I can get some good shots here. Now, my initial thoughts are, like I say, black and white. Even if I shoot it digitally, I'm still thinking black and white, because there isn't really much light about at the moment, but I'm hoping that's going to change with this blue sky that's coming out. So let's get on with it. We'll carry on walking down to the shoreline. It's about a mile or something like that, and we'll see what we can get. So I'll see you guys in a second. Now, I do just want to apologise for last week's video, or the week before's video. So I lost all track of time. That's what happens when you have 2 weeks off over Christmas. Time just goes. I don't even know what day of the week it is. But anyway, just want to apologise for the video, or the last video I put out. I was just having issues with the audio. I've actually got the wireless goes working again. They seem to be working fine. But what I'm doing now is I'm recording and then listening back to make sure that there's actually some audio that's playing, which there is. So they seem to be working. Fingers crossed they continue like that on this video. But I do want to just apologise for the quality of the audio. It wasn't great. And also I've started to change over more so for cost more than anything, because just find that there's subscription to Dolby software, because I've got Premiere, I've got Rush, I've got I use Dolby Express, I think it is, and I use Photoshop and Lightroom, and that's an expensive monthly outgoing. So I'm just trying to sort of look for other ways of doing it. And of course, I see a lot of people now jumping across the DaVinci Resolve, especially as they do a free version as well. So I'm just learning my way through that. I'm a lot slower with it, which is frustrating, but in time I'll get there. So learning color grading with it and all that sort of thing is all new to me, but I am enjoying doing it. So I know someone commented on the last video saying, you know, the color grading wasn't great. No, happen to agree with you, but new system to me, and I am learning it, so you're gonna have to bear with me for the moment. And like I say, hopefully the audio is correctly improved. One of the things on the buy list for this year is a new mic system. So I'll be looking at the DJI mics because they look pretty good. Or I might go with the newer version of the Rode ones, because I say they've only let me down a couple of times in the past, and they have been really, really good for me, to be fair. So I'll probably stick with that. But anyway, like I say, just a quick interlude to apologise for the video quality, or not the video quality, but the audio quality of the last video. So anyway, this is a beautiful little walk down here, just in this sort of valley at the moment, as you can see. And there's loads of sort of waterfalls just coming down, cascading down. There's been so much rain lately. There's water everywhere, but it's such a beautiful little place, really. It's all National Trust. And I'm just heading down now to, I think it's called Mouth Mill, which is a set of abandoned buildings down the bottom here, which I'm excited to have a look at also. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on. Definitely unfit, ate too many mince pies, I think. Anyway, right, let's carry on. This cool little bridge I've just found here. Looks a bit rickety. I'm not sure if I want to fall in that. It's going a bit quick, that water, as you can see. But yeah, what a lovely little bridge this is. So it is leaning sort of that way a little bit. It's a bit bouncy as well. Yeah, what a lovely little bridge. Beautiful. It's slippy as hell down here. That's quite an off-grid house there. Yeah, if you want some peace and quiet, and definitely the place to live. I'm just coming onto the southwest coastal path now. It sort of snakes its way back up there, and I can actually get back to the car park that way as well. Might go that way on the way back. But yeah, this river down here is raging. I've got to admit though, I do just love the waterfalls and stuff, and just the torrent of water. It's amazing. And you can see there it's going out to sea, and this is the building that I think might be the Mouth Mill, possibly. We'll have a look in a minute. Hopefully there's a signboard or something to tell us what it is. But yeah, I can see that the sea is pretty high and raging, and it looks quite windy down there. So I can see the spray coming back up, and the water that's coming down this river and sort of onto the beach. I can see it being pushed back up this way. So yeah, there's these old buildings. Love to have seen this back in the day when it was all working. This one's open. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, someone's definitely broken in here, so we can turn this all the way up. There we go. Fishing net there, look, whatever that is. What a beautiful old place this is. It's a shame someone's been in here and graffitied. I have to say, if just turn you around. If the shot down there doesn't work, then I might come in here, have a shot. It's very rare that come across sort of abandoned buildings like this that are open. I'm sure somebody owns it, but yeah, even a shot sort of that way into that corner with the sort of with the boarded window and everything. I like that. I also like this window here that's all smashed in the background of this boarded window. So I think it's definitely a shot in here if it doesn't work out there, which I'm getting a bit more doubtful now that that's actually going to work, because the water level seems quite high, or the tide level, and it is absolutely blowing a gale, so I'm not sure the 4x5 is quite going to work, but we'll carry on down and have a look. Wow, what a place this is. It's absolutely blown a hoonie out here. I hope you can hear me, but it's such a beautiful location. It's absolutely amazing. I'm just going to turn you around now and show you. Hopefully you can hear me. I've got the mic sort of trying to hide the mic. But that's the sea stack I've come to look at. I was hoping that the waves or the tide would be further out, but I did have a feeling that I'd be a little bit too early for this. But it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that sea stack there is absolutely stunning. And you've got the waves crashing in here, and then to top it all off, the icing on the cake is right in the background there. Look, there is that beautiful waterfall just coming off the cliffside down into the sea. It's absolutely beautiful. Now what I'm going to try and do is find some sort of composition in this madness without getting swept out to sea or blown over. I'm not sure the 4x5 is quite going to work right now, because it is a little bit too windy, but we'll certainly get something with the Lumix. Hopefully we can get a decent shot down here, but the conditions are beautiful. I really just like this, just the grey overcast sky, the fact that the wind's here and it's bringing in the intensity of the sea and it's smashing up against them rocks, and that waterfall over there is utterly stunning, and I need to try and do something with that. So I'm going to have a wander around and see what we can do with this. But yeah, absolutely beautiful, and I'm so happy and glad that I came out to capture this. So yeah, I'm going to get on, see what compositions we can get. Well, it's a bit more sheltered around here, thankfully, but look at that. That is just beautiful. Just so beautiful. Just a shame that the tide isn't a little bit further out. So like I say, there is these, whoa, crikey. The way that this rock is sort of led and sort of goes in this direction, that's how it goes out into the sea there. So when the tide's a bit lower, get out on that, shoot back towards this. It's that, well, they're the photos I've seen anyway. But wow, just absolutely beautiful. I'm still just trying to make something of this. I don't know whether to use this archway somehow, and then perhaps try and get the just what's going on out to the other side of the arch there and that waterfall. See if I can make something of that. But yeah, still looking at the moment. But this location is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, hopefully you can still hear me. I'm actually inside the archway now, and it is just like a wind tunnel flying through here. Now, the shot I'm going to go for is I've got my tripod sort of set up in the upside down arrangement, as you can see here, and what I'm looking for is the leading line of this sort of rock pool here, leading off into the, I quite like the boulder there that's being smashed by the waves, and then also then obviously got the waterfall coming off the cliffside in the distance there. Now I'm going to have to focus this obviously. I'm going to have to take the foreground, the midground, and then onto the waterfall at the back there. Might have to do 4, the foreground, the sort of mid-ground there, the rock, and then the waterfall in the distance, and blend them together. I'm also going to probably have to do an exposure blend as well, but I'll see how I get on with that on the back of the camera. But yeah, it's looking absolutely amazing. It's just blowing a gale. But right, let's get on and take this shot while it's not raining. And there is a bit of blue sky coming through as well, thankfully. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a bit of ray of light coming onto the side of the mountains here, or the cliff sides here, but that's not going to be as it starts raining again. So I'm going to cover the camera now and wait for a break in the weather. Okay, so this is what we are looking at as I trust my camera in the hands of this tripod, 3-legged thing tripod, which has already failed me once. It's not filling me full of joy right now, but we're going to get on with it. Right, so I hope you can see what we got here is obviously this rock pool here, and I'm quite liking these, whatever these are in the bottom here. And then you've got the obviously the little sea stack there, and then the waterfall in the background there. And I quite like the obviously the way the cliff is shaped there. It's just beautiful. I have got a polarizer on the front, so if I just turn this around, hopefully you'll be able to see the effects. There's all the glare. If I keep going with it, hopefully you'll see the glare disappear there. There we go. So just got a polarizer on. I'm going to have to focus stack this now. So I'm going to have to focus down in this rock pool, and then somewhere off, probably out here, then on that sea stack there, and then on the waterfall in the background, and blend those together. So that's what I'm going to go for. I think, given the fact that everything is grey right now, I'll probably convert this to black and white later. But there is a bit of detail up here in this cloud. I don't know if it actually comes out, but there is some light over here, which is quite nice. And there is also some patches of blue just starting to appear now as well. So there's going to be a bit of detail in the cloud there. So right, let's get on and take this shot. I'm going to go for f11. And like I said, I'm going to start here and then make my way up with the focus in, and then put my hand in front of the camera when I take the final shot, so I know that that's the end of the first set of exposures. The other thing I'm going to do as well is use a 2-second timer so that there's no camera shake when I take the shot. So off we go. Yeah, so I'm just having some real good fun here with these rock pools. And again, just catching these, just sticking to the rock here and just in the water, and the colour of it is a nice purple colour. And then into this waterfall in the background. Just having some real good fun with it really, and just enjoying myself, which is what it's all about really, more than anything. Wouldn't matter if I didn't capture anything from today, but just the fact of being out and just enjoying using the camera and just enjoying myself really. It's a real nice day. So and the tide is just making its way slowly out, so I think I might make my way a bit further down here and shoot back this way towards the arch now, because the leading lines are there, and I think there is enough space now between that and where the edge of the water is. So yeah, I might put the long lens on and take a couple of long shots of the waterfall and just isolate the rock there and the waterfall in the background. Those two seem to go together quite nice, but where the tide is now just sort of receded, I'm not getting the big waves crashing up the side of the of that sort of big boulder in the water there. So, but it doesn't matter. I still think it's going to be a nice shot. So yeah, let's see what else we can get. Right, now that the tide's gone back a bit, hopefully you can see it's starting to bring out some of these leading lines now, which is what I've seen in other people's sort of pictures. I've just been looking around, but that's the arch look, and you can see the leading line of this rock going round to it. It's just a shame that where the seas have been so rough, there's a lot of foam and stuff in here. Would have been nice if it was a little bit calmer, I guess, but not to be today. So I'm just trying to watch where these waves come in and see where I can stand without getting completely and utterly soaked or sweat that direction, which is not where I want to be going. But there is a bit of blue sky on the horizon up there. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry for the camera being so shaky, but it's so windy out here. I then sort of put the camera down because it might just fall over. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, just the colour on the rock as well. It's just like a lovely golden colour to it. There's some moody sky in the background. If I can get some seagulls flying off of it like they were earlier, then I've got my shot. What would have been really nice would be just to have got lower. Oh my God. God, a massive gust of wind just come in then. Yeah, it would have been nice just to have got lower and perhaps got some of these, just a nice still rock pool would have been nice. But I think what I can do is if I situate myself on one of these rocks where this wave's coming in and sort of receding back out again to get some nice movement, especially if I use the high res mode on the camera that's obviously pixel shifts and makes it look like I've used some sort of long exposure technique to take the shot. So, right, let's get set up and see what we can make of this. It's just such a shame that it's a bit too windy for the 4x5 because it will just be a blurred mess. But I am going to go back to that building and get a couple of shots in there with the 4x5, so it's not going to be without some film photography today. Right, let's get set up and get this shot taken. Right, hopefully you can see my shot here, and what I'm talking about with these leading lines coming up to the actual arch and this the peak, and the colour in this peak is beautiful. I just love the way that the rocks are sort of just falling that way, and just the golden colour in that. Now I've got a polarizer on, and I'm hoping that the polarizer will just help make that colour pop in that. What we've also got over here is some nice sort of light and blue sky coming into the shot, and it is raining at the moment, which is annoying. Now I'm probably going to zoom in and maybe try a vertical pano. Oh God, the wind, mad. God, yeah, it's madness. Yeah, there's no way the 4x5 is absolutely hammering it down as well, but there's no way now the 4x5 would work in these conditions. It's just way too wet, way too windy, which is a real shame, but I'm definitely going to come back here with it to get this shot. Now I'm just having to sort of cover my camera a little bit because just the wind and the rain has just absolutely come in now, which is going to be a good thing. You can probably hear my coat rattling around in the background because it is making the rock face there all wet, which is going to help with this, bring out the colour in it. So yeah, just going to wait for a hopeful break in this rain because it is horrendous. Oh my God, this is madness. Oh, good job I love landscape photography, innit? Jesus Christ, this is a nightmare. Right, so this is the next shot that I've got framed up, and I'm using the sort of rocks here, and this is the sort of leading line up to the archway. I've got the polarizer on again, and I'm getting completely soaked here, and I'm just stood on the sort of highest rock, so hanging on for dear life here. But that was right up to nearly my knees at. But yeah, I just thought that this was the better composition. I'm not getting that low, and I'm just using the water when it is lower and it's just receding, and I'm using the trickery of the multi-shot mode to get the movement in the water, because I am having to shoot at sort of ISO 800 to get 60th of a second, because there is still quite a bit of wind around at the moment, which is shaking the camera, which is not ideal. But you can see now I've got some beautiful detail in the cloud, there's some blue sky, nice. What would be absolutely beautiful now is if I could have some ray of light onto this, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it's still just such a beautiful, just turned out to be a beautiful day now. So I'm going to carry on and get shooting. Well, thanks for watching this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've just left the beach, which is just down there, and I'm going to leave that house or that building with the 4x5 for another day. It's getting a little bit dark now, even though it doesn't seem it, but it is getting dark, and I've got to get back, unfortunately. But I have really enjoyed my day today with the Lumix. I hope you've enjoyed the videos and the content. If you have, please leave a like. Subscription to the channel is always massively appreciated. And from this beautiful location, which is Black Church Rock, I'll put the thing up there. It's bye from me. I'll see you guys again. Bye for now.